Hi, this is Natalie Rice from here from sportsreview.com. I've got Joao back with us from mgtennistipster.com, and he's going to be with us actually through the whole of the Australian Open. Today, we're going to be covering the draw. Joao also writes articles for us here at Sportsbook Review, so do check those out. Full of information and some fantastic tips there. So we're now onto the women's draw. Obviously, as always, Serena Williams is favoured 4.33 there, but it is close. It sort of looks like Serena Williams is priced 4.33, and then we've got Victoria Azarenka at 5. That there is a draw. There is a slight drop, sorry, to Simona Halep priced 10. Is it a two-legged horse race in your opinion?
The price on Serena had a very big increase in the last weeks because of her retirement due to an injury from the Hopman Cup. But she said she was feeling at 100%. But it's still a good idea to watch her first match and decide if she's in good shape or not. She might just be bluffing, but I think she might be recovered.
Okay, so do you think she might be bluffing then?
I'm not sure she'll be bluffing or not, but she will never admit that she's not at her best level, of course. But I think that the best idea is to watch her first match. She has a very tough opponent. Camila Giorgi was the highest ranked unseeded player of the tournament. So it will be an interesting match, and I suggest to watch that first, placing any bet on Serena.
Okay, good tip there. Now, obviously, Serena is in the first quarter. Who would you say is her, apart from the opponent you just mentioned, who would you also say is her sort of toughest opponent, which could sort of like stop her from reaching the semi-finals?
Well, if she's at good level, I don't think anyone can stop her on that quarter. The two toughest opponents she might face are Caroline Wozniacki and Maria Sharapova, but both of them have some mental issues against her. Doesn't seem really to believe that they can win against her. Sharapova's last victory against Serena was at 2004, losing 17 straight matches, and also Wozniacki is a very good personal friend of Serena, and that kind of seems to mess up with her head. Doesn't seem to have the competitive mindset to defeat Serena. So if the American is at good level, she should reach the semifinals and win this quarter.
Right. Obviously, with the men's draw that we previewed, Novak Djokovic was also in the first quarter, but his odds were very low, around 1.2. However, Serena Williams to win the first quarter is about 1.8, Bet365. So there's good value there. Should we take it or not?
I think, as I mentioned, the first match it will be important to watch how Serena performs. Her tennis odds against Georgie are quite low, so that value you mentioned won't drop very much. So I think it will be worth to wait to see how she performs.
Right. Now, moving to the second quarter here, Agri Radwanska is the favourite to win the second quarter for Bet365. Who do you have right now, obviously, before tournament begins? Who do you have as the favourite to win the second quarter?
The second quarter is quite interesting. Besides Radwanska that you mentioned, we have Petra Kvitova. However, the Czech always struggled against the hot conditions in Melbourne because of her asthma problems. And she also struggled with some physical issues in Shenzhen before this event. So I think she can't go very far. And besides Radwanska, I like Sloane Stevens. The American did a great performance at Auckland, winning the title. And she always gave a very good fight to Radwanska, despite losing the 4 previous matches between them. In 3 of them, she won always a set. And I think the Sloane Stevens to win this quarter can happen. And I think the tennis odds for that to happen at 7.5 on Bet365 have good value.
All right, fantastic. Now on the third quarter, again we've got Victoria Azarenka, who is leading and quite a firm favourite, I suppose, 2.1 Bet365, followed by Garbine Muguruza 4.5. Who gets your bet there?
This is a very interesting quarter. Besides Azarenka and Muguruza that you mentioned, we have also the former world number 1 Jelena Jankovic, who can always produce very good level of tennis. Angelique Kerber is also there. But yeah, Azarenka and Muguruza are the 2 big favorites. They should face each other on the 4th round, and that will be a very decisive match. Muguruza likes the conditions here. The courts are slow and the ball bounces higher, which is good for her to pick the ball with her powerful ground strokes. But Azarenka performed at an outstanding level in Brisbane. She won this event 2 times in the past. So I think the Belarusian should reach the semifinals and win this quarter.
Awesome. Okay, fourth and final quarter here. Who is your favourite to win?
Simona Halep is without doubt the highest ranked player,
Yeah.
and she should, in theory, reach the semifinals. However, she played in Brisbane, in Sydney in the previous week with an Achilles problem, and I'm not sure that was the best decision for her. She received medical time out during that event and seemed to be struggling to produce her best tennis. Lost against Kuznetsova in the semifinals, so I don't think there is value on her. On the other side, I like Ekaterina Makarova. She always produces her best tennis on these events. She defeated in the past even Serena Williams here. Last year also did a very good run on this event. So I think Ekaterina Makarova can be a very good surprise on this quarter.
Yeah. Do you think it's priced enough to take the play? Right now, she's priced 13 at Coral. Do you think we should take that price now, or should we wait until the tournament sort of, sort of gets underway?
Well, her first opponent is Madison Inglis, an Australian wild card, so we won't be able to watch very well what her level is about. She's a player who can be surprised by lower level players, but can also upset the top players in the tour. So I think if you want to place a bet on her, this is the right time to do it.
All right, fantastic stuff. Now, quickly run us through who is going to reach the two players to reach the final, and obviously who's going to win the tournament as it stands right now.
I think Serena and Azarenka have very good chances of meeting in the Australian Open final.
Hmm.
But like I said, I want to watch first how Serena plays. But Azarenka has good value now, and I think is a good bet to place already to win the tournament.
All right, fantastic stuff. Now, obviously, you will be back with us. I think we're filming on Sunday, where we take a look at sort of the tournament start, see if there's any value bets to take place right now. Is there anything else you want to add before we end here, Joao?
No, it's all for now. As I mentioned also in the men's draw, the tournament starts the first round on Australian morning. But if you are in Europe, it will be on your night time. And if you are in America, around your Sunday afternoon.
All right, fantastic. Joao, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.